Hello students, I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about nephrotic syndrome. Nephrotic means it is related with kidney. Syndrome, it is a group of symptoms. So what are the symptoms that are included? It includes proteinuria. Into the urine, the protein excretion will be more. Hypoalbuminemia. Hypo means decrease. Albuminemia means decrease albumin level. Hyperlipidemia. Hyper means increase lipid level. And edema is the swelling. The person may have or the child may represent with hematuria into the urine, the blood may be there, hypertension and decreased GFR, glomerular filtration rate. There is a triad of nephrotic syndrome. It includes hyperlipidemia, hypoalbuminemia and edema. Now we will see what are the incidents of nephrotic syndrome. It is mainly occurring into the age group of 2 to 6 years and more common into the males as comparison to females. Now we will see what is the etiology, what are the causes. So the causes are primary causes, secondary causes and the genetic causes. Primary causes are related with the kidney disorders like minimal change nephrotic syndrome, glomerulonephritis, focal segmental glomerulosclerosis and membranous nephropathy. So the primary causes also known as idiopathic causes and these are mainly related with the kidney. Secondary causes include the person is having other disorder and that may affect the kidney like diabetes, nephropathy, SLE, syphilis, hepatitis B, HIV and the drug. And genetic causes include congenital nephrotic syndrome and other genetic disorder. Now we will discuss the pathophysiology of nephrotic syndrome. As there is damage into the glomerular capillary membrane, there is loss of plasma protein. The plasma protein is albumin. It is lost, so person will having hypoalbuminemia. Hypo means decreased albumin level. Albumin is helpful in maintaining oncotic pressure. As the level of albumin is decreased, there is decrease in oncotic pressure. Because of decreased oncotic pressure, person is having generalized edema. Generalized edema is also known as anasarca. And because of edema it will activate renin-angiotensin system that will help in maintenance of edema. As the renin-angiotensin system is activated, the retention of sodium is there and person is having edema. Second is because of loss of plasma protein, there is stimulation of synthesis of lipoprotein. Because protein is decreased, the lipoprotein they will start to break down and it will lead to hyperlipidemia, increased lipid level. Now we will see what are the signs and symptoms of nephrotic syndrome. Signs and symptoms include puffing around the eye, also known as periorbital puffiness or edema, pitting edema, pleural effusion, pulmonary edema, ascites, generalized edema, also known as anasarca, hydrothorax, hematuria, fever, rash and joint pain, pallor, irritability, anorexia, anemia, weight gain, abdominal pain, diarrhea, hypertension may be. So these are the signs and symptoms of nephrotic syndrome. Now we will see into the minimal change nephrotic syndrome, focal segmental glomerulosclerosis and membranous nephropathy. What are the clinical features? So minimal change nephrotic syndrome, it is more common into the age group of 2 to 6 years, more common into the male. Nephrotic syndrome, that means 100% the person may have nephrotic syndrome and the proteinuria will be asymptomatic, hematuria will be 10 to 20%, hypertension will be 10% and rate of progression to renal failure, it is non-progressive and associated condition, there is no associative condition. If the child is having focal segmental glomerulosclerosis, the age group is 2 to 10 years, sex is more common into the male, nephrotic syndrome chances are 90%, asymptomatic proteinuria is 10%, hematuria 60 to 18%, hypertension 20%, rate of progression of renal failure up to 10 years and the associated condition are the none. If the child is having membranous nephropathy, because of membranous nephropathy, the child is having nephrotic syndrome, it is more common into 40 to 50 years, more common in male, nephrotic syndrome chances are 80%, asymptomatic proteinuria is 20%, hematuria 60%, hypertension infrequent, rate of progression to renal failure 50% in 10 to 20 years and associated condition are the renal thrombosis, SLE and hepatitis B. These minimal change nephrotic syndrome, focal segmental glomerulosclerosis and membranous nephropathy, these are the primary causes of nephrotic syndrome. So we discussed that if the child is having nephrotic syndrome because of these primary causes, what are the clinical features or what are the chances that they are having nephrotic syndrome. Now we will discuss what are the diagnostic feature of nephrotic syndrome. How we will diagnose that the child is having nephrotic syndrome? First is urine analysis. The protein level will be more, hypoalbuminemia will be there, decreased albumin level, lipid profile because of hyperlipidemia, increased cholesterol level will be there, pus cells may be there because of underlying UTI. In the blood, serum albumin level will be decreased, CBC anemia will be there, LFT RFT values can be monitored, serum globulin level may be normal or increased and cholesterol level will be high. Renal ultrasound and renal biopsy can be performed. Viral serology like for hepatitis B, C and chest X-ray for pleural effusion, hydrothorax can be done. Now we will discuss the management part of nephrotic syndrome. Management includes symptomatic management, medical management, nursing management and the surgical management. For symptomatic, because the person is having low protein, so high protein diet can be given and IV albumin can be administered because of hypoalbuminemia. Salt restricted diet to be given because of edema. Treatment of infection done. Edema, for edema there should be no added salt to be given. Diuretics can be given that will helpful in reducing the edema like Lasix and spironolactone. Corticosteroid therapy, prednisolone and 2 mg per kg per day for 6 weeks. After then the drug should be tapered off, not should be suddenly stopped because it may lead to side effects. So the tapered off 1.5 mg per kg for 6 weeks. And the drug other is cyclophosphamide can be given. Parent education regarding the treatment and the drug. Promotion of good nutrition, high calorie and high protein diet. Promotion of good physical and mental hygiene. The child can attend the school and child can participate in the physical activities as they are tolerated. Now we will discuss the nursing diagnosis. Nursing diagnosis may be impaired urinary elimination related to sodium and water retention, that means the child is having edema, excessive fluid volume related to edema, imbalanced nutrition less than body requirement related to damaged metabolism, and anxiety related to hospitalization of child and caring for the child regarding the chronic disease. The surgical management may include renal transplant, bilateral nephrectomy, plus dialysis may be needed if the child is having severe condition of nephrotic syndrome. Now we will discuss what are the complications after the nephrotic syndrome. The infection may be there like pneumonia, cellulitis and urinary tract infection. Other infection like ARF, that is acute renal failure, hypertension, malnutrition, steroid and drug related toxicity may be there. Thromboembolism like renal vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism may be there. So this was related with nephrotic syndrome. In this video we discussed about what do you mean by nephrotic syndrome, causes क्या है, incidence क्या है, pathophysiology, sign and symptoms क्या है, how we will manage and diagnose. So in this, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.